I know that there are many academia and industry practitioners here tonight, and I believe all of you are very eager to know more about the details of the CIC Innovation Award. Now, in view of this, may we please invite Engineer Kevin POOLE, Panel Chair of the CIC Innovation Award 2015, Professor Christopher LEUNG, Panel Vice Chair of the CIC Innovation Award 2015, and Engineer Julian Lee, Research Manager of the CIC Construction Industry Council, to introduce to us more about the awards. So I'll pass the stage to the three gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think it's an exciting moment tonight. And Calvin and Professor LEUNG,
I think Chris.
Okay, Chris. Okay, so it's the first time that we organize Innovation Award in CIC for the construction industry. So I think it's a good time that you can share with us why we lead this award.
Oh, okay. I guess innovations is needed anytime, right? All the time. But I think it's particularly timely to have this award at this moment because as the Honorable Mr. Chen has already mentioned, we're in the middle of a lot of infrastructure development right now in Hong Kong, and we are actually facing a lot of challenges. A lot of these projects are very large scale. They are very complex projects with very tight time schedule. And at the same time, we have to uphold very high standards for safety, for the environment. So there are a lot of challenges, and I do believe that a lot of these problems have to be resolved through new innovations. So as a major coordinator of the industry, I think it's right for CIC to take the lead to promote innovations by actually recognizing, providing proper recognition of innovations. And I'm hopeful that with this award, we can encourage our friends from the industry and from the academia to come with new innovations that not only just solve the immediate problems in Hong Kong, but can be further developed to, in the future, to make impact in the global world so that our industry can actually go out and become leaders in construction in the world.
I think that's right. I believe that it's not the local industry practitioner or academia are ready for this award, but also the international friends are also ready for this. Why? Because I already received some queries from my friend overseas in UK, in the States, and they told me that whether they can get the application form and what is the criteria for this award. So we are getting prepared for this. Remember last year that we have a CIC conference that we invite professors from UK and from the States to come over and then to tell us we have to move towards automation and also prefabrication and also the good management on site. So I think we are going to this direction. So Calvin, you are the chairman for Committee of Environment, Innovation and Technology. I believe you can share with us on this.
Yes, our committee obviously has been busy since I took over a year ago. We've been pushing forward a number of things. We've just concluding the research on the replacement of river sand. We've done a lot of research coming up with alternative use. We've been looking at alternative materials. Manufactured sand is certainly one of the ways forward, and we're coming up with specifications. So there's a practical application to the construction industry in Hong Kong. Construction waste continues to be a major concern of the industry, so we're looking at ways that we can help with that. We've done research. In fact, we've done a pilot scheme now using RFID technology to help track waste, and because of its low cost and easy applicability, we're using that. We're hopefully be able to use that on small sites. Small contractors will be able to better track their waste. We're also mindful, of course, that a lot of construction waste does find its way into landfill, and so therefore we're shortly starting a survey as to how we can look into that, find out more about where the waste comes from, what it is, and whether there's better ways that we could find to recycle. And of course, already mentioned by the Secretary for Development, we've got a big focus on BIM. Under ADA's brilliant leadership, we've been pushing forward. We've come up with a strategic plan for implementation of BIM in Hong Kong, and we're working towards standards that will be applicable to Hong Kong in the context of rolling out BIM as a way forward to improve the efficiency of the industry, both in design, construction, and of course, right the way through to the actual management of the asset.
Yeah, I think we have to say thank you to the research team behind that, from Hong Kong U and from LSCM on this river sand, and also the RFID research. And as Chairman mentioned that CIC, every year we have research funding to different universities to do research which can be benefit to the industry. So far we have 25 projects that in our hand, and we are currently have some interesting and useful finding at the moment. So Professor LEUNG, can you share with us which project that you think the impact and impressed you the most?
Well, actually, there are a lot of innovative projects. Actually, many of the investigators are sitting among us. But if you ask me to give some examples, I can think of two very notable ones. That's one from the team from CDU, led by Professor Andrew Leung. That's basically using lightweight gyroscopes to try to stabilize construction systems, such like construction cranes or gondolas, so that in the situation of strong wind, you can reduce the vibration and enhance the safety of workers. That's a very impressive one. There's another one led by Professor Hong Sing Yang of POOLE. This is a new curtain wall system. So he's combining photovoltaic technologies and vacuum glazing technology to improve the thermal insulation of this curtain wall. So hopefully with these technologies, we can come up with greener buildings with much less energy usage. Okay? Now, when we talk about innovations, Julian, I think we can also look beyond construction and look at what other people are doing. One of the things that we've heard a lot about these days is 3D printing. Okay? And this technology, I think, has become practical over the last few years, but the development is really fast. One of the things that I read recently is this technique called the continuous liquid interface production method. Now, the innovation is that instead of printing inch by inch, they can print whole sections at the same time. And the way they do it is that they identify a kind of resin that can be rapidly hardened using UV light, ultraviolet light, so they can do it in layer and layer. Now, as a result, the speed of production can be increased by up to almost 100 times. So when we talk about productivity improvement, this is what we should be shooting for.
Right. So Kelvin, I believe that we have another example that you may share with us, right?
We do. That's really impressive. I think we've got another example coming up. Yes, this is the use of nanotechnology for coating metals. This is using also virus to basically to reduce the number of bubbles produced when you boil water. So by coating metal with these virus strands and nanotechnology, you can actually create much better heat transfer, which means that the use in, as you can see here, so the use of, in terms of turbines, it provides much better heat transfer across, and therefore you can, in its simplest term, you can boil water about 3 times faster than you would be able to with a conventional metal transfer. We've got a couple of other examples here. This is from UK, in fact, where the first application of a tidal lagoon. This is an enclosed space, some 5 kilometers, I think, in perimeter, which will be basically through to a wicket gate. We'll be able to capture the tidal water going in and out. So that happens 2 times a day. And because it works both ways, you get 4 actual applications of these turbines. And by buildings such as these around the very long shore around UK, it's anticipated that they could produce a significant amount of renewable energy through this technology. And this one I really love. I'm sure you've all looked at this. This is, of course, in China, Changcheng, where it's on YouTube. I'm sure you've all seen it, where in 19 days they built a hotel. Incredibly impressive. A lot of planning went into that beforehand, of course, but it just shows that with the real application of prefabrication and automation, the sort of things that we could possibly achieve.
So the slide already go to the scope of entry. So, Christopher, so we have 3D printing, we have nano technology, we have all this power plants experience, also the prefabrication. So whether they can apply for this innovation award?
Oh, of course we welcome innovations, but because this is a construction innovation award, right? So it has to be somehow related to construction. So if some of our friends here figure out a way to convert this 3D printing technology to applications in civil engineering, then you'll be most welcome to apply. Now, basically, in terms of the entry, we broadly separate the entries into 3 categories. That's material, technology, and management. So maybe I'll say a few words on each. The material side, it can be new materials, but it can also be existing materials. If you can make concrete, which has been used for many years, much more sustainable, make them greener, okay, use less energy, very welcome to submit an entry to us. In terms of technology, we're looking for all sorts of technology that can improve, for example, productivity in construction. Automation technologies, or maybe prefabrication, things that we have just seen. For the management side, it's very broad. It can be any tools or any procedures that can improve safety, improve environmental situations, can improve productivity, or maybe just improving procurement and management issues. So in a sense, I mean, innovation is limitless. It can be anything that you can think of that if you think it's really contributed to improving practice, then you're most welcome to send it to us.
I believe that everyone here will be very exciting to know that this scope. Kelvin, you as the chairman of the judging panel, so whether you can give some tips to everyone here, how they can get the award.
Of course. The clue's really in the title. We're looking for innovation, of course. So obviously, in terms of when we're judging, we're going to be very high marks to innovation and originality. We're looking for creativity. We're also looking for the impact it will have on the construction industry in Hong Kong. It's very important, of course, that it is applicable in Hong Kong and really be something that we can move forward. And that's why the last criteria is applicability, is to make sure that it's a practical use and something that can be developed and brought forward and used in the construction industry to make us more efficient going forward.
So I think not only Kelvin, Christopher are here as the judge, and we have a list of experts in our judging panel. So they are all from local and overseas. So all our submission from practitioner and academia will compete for the grand prize. Okay, you see the prize here. Okay, we have a grand prize. Then for each of the category, for academia and industry, they have different, first prize, second prize, and for Young Innovator, we specify for this Young Innovator Award for those under 40 years old, similar to me. Okay, and from today, you can. Okay. From today, you can send your application to us. And the deadline for this application and for this award is 1st of September 2015. I really hope that you can send this message to your friend, not only in Hong Kong, but also overseas, to let them know we have this award. And we are looking forward for this submission and to show us the best of the best. So I believe that everyone right now understand quite clear the award and the procedure. So we are looking forward for your submission. Thank you very much, Kelvin and Christopher.
Okay, thank you.